So much like we try to emulate the European lifestyle of good food and wine, we're about to embody their data protection rules too. I know. Sounds kind of onerous and much less romantic, but give me 60 seconds and I'm going to tell you why it's actually a good thing. So starting May 25th, 2018, companies that do business in the EU will have to follow the General Data Protection Regulations, or GDPR. They're basically regs that create data protection rules for users across Europe. Now granted, this will just affect users overseas, but companies like Facebook and Twitter will absolutely have to comply. Now, the GDPR says that they will no longer collect or process consumer data of any EU citizens without identifying a legal base for doing so. Ha! What a thought. And of course, they have to obtain consent. In addition, parental consent will now be required to process any data relating to children ages 16 and under. Now, granted, GDPR is not a US law, but companies doing business abroad cannot afford to ignore it. And it just may be the directive that we need here to help simplify and level the playing field for both companies and consumers. So when you log on to your favorite sites, be on the lookout for things like, we're updating our terms of service for GDPR. It's going to happen. And of course, pay attention to earnings guidance from those affected companies. Now, while the big guys like Facebook, Amazon, Google, they'll all be able to handle the extra costs needed to implement GDPR, smaller companies that do business overseas may feel it in their bottom line. So stay tuned. This story is just beginning. And for more on all of this, follow me at Tracy Burns.